Hello world, how everybody doing out there? Hopefully everybody's doing sensational. Welcome to another episode of Generational Health and Self-Love, me your host Life.
Run easy.
And today we're going to talk about a few different plant-based vegan substitutions for your average everyday food that everybody cook on a normal basis. So we're going to go through a list of different foods that's plant-based that you can use as substitute if you're on the fence, or if you just want to try something different here and there. We're going to give you different options that you can choose from.
And sir, we're gonna bring to you some new selections of things that you can switch with what you're already using and give you a either better tasting, but for sure a better healthy version of what you already like and love. So let's get into it.
So I'm gonna start off with the first option. We're gonna talk about chicken. Chicken is something that my family and a lot of people that in the world period use chicken on a daily basis, almost on a daily basis. So if you want to try something different, if you're having any type of health issues and you just want to switch, just try, like I say, just try something different. I give you a good option for chicken, which is oyster mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms is definitely something that can still give you, for those who need that feeling or that taste, so to speak, to make them feel as if they're still eating what they normally eat. Oyster mushrooms is definitely a go-to for a chicken substitution.
And you know, one of my top favorites is inaki mushrooms. I love cooking some plant-based or mushroom chicken with inaki mushrooms. And if you don't already, you're probably gonna need to go somewhere where you can learn how to season it, because when I tell you the seasoning is like the main part of being able to make something taste good, or just adding your own little finesse to it to make it taste to your liking. So either watch a video on it, or if you already know some seasonings you like to put together to make something taste good, just start trying it out. A lot of what you're doing when you're cooking is you gotta try certain stuff out to see what you like.
Definitely. So oyster mushrooms is definitely a good start if you want to replace your chicken from time to time, or if you're someone who's just looking to switch all the way completely. That's definitely an option. And like you said, the nachi mushroom. Now I'm gonna go into our next one, number 2, which is lion's mane mushroom. Lion's mane mushroom is a good substitute for steak. I mean, you can cook other things, but steak is definitely a good option when you cook lion's mane mushrooms. All these mushrooms, you definitely want to prepare them prior to cooking. You want to soak as much as the moisture out of them as you can. They cook even better once you do that. But in some of these different foods that we're giving you options to, some of these foods we will do videos later on. So if you continue to watch our page and follow us, you will see some of these foods being cooked, and you can see how they look from the beginning stage to the ending stage of the whole process.
Well, when it comes to the steak, I don't really do steak too much, but the lion's mane mushroom is very good. But I also want y'all, if y'all watching, this far into the video, comment what your favorite food is, and maybe even if it's not vegan, we can add a little part where we talk about how it could be transferred to vegan too, because I believe that it's a vegan version of everything out there. So comment down below if you're still watching, and we can get into number 3.
Number three is king oyster mushroom. Now, king oyster mushrooms, once again, it's a beautiful mushroom and can be used for different cooking purposes. But one of the main things I see myself and other people use it for is pulled pork. You can take the king oyster mushroom and use it as a pulled pork substitution, where you can take your fork and you just pull it down through the middle all the way around, and it'll give you the appearance of a pulled pork substitution. So king oyster mushrooms is definitely a good replacement for pulled pork for those who like their pork and maybe want to do something a little more healthier. The king oyster mushroom is definitely a go-to mushroom for that substitution.
On that one, I don't usually go and get do pulled pork, but that is a good substitution, because I know when you season it right, you can get it tasting just the same. So that is another good one for y'all.
Definitely a good one for y'all. So don't forget that the king oyster mushroom, a great substitution for pulled pork. And so now I'm gonna go on to the next one, which is number 4. This is the chickpea flour. The chickpea flour is used for your egg omelet substitution. So you want to make a scramble or you want to make an omelet. Instead of using egg, you can use the chickpea flour, aka garbanzo bean flour. They are the same thing, different name, same thing. You can use that for your egg, scrambled egg, or your omelet substitution.
And for that one, if you are a person who's just getting into it and don't already know too much about it, another substitution you can use is you can get from a lot of stores right now. It's just egg. It's eggs made from plants, and I actually made a ramen omelet with it in a video I did before. I actually might put it in.
To make a popular Malaysian snack called murtabak magi.
That's another thing. If you are new to the transition and you just want to try different things and then slowly going more deeper into it, so definitely try that out.
Yes, definitely a good choice. And now we're gonna go on to number 5. Number 5 is for my people. This is a big one because a lot of people that's on the fence, that's trying to switch over. I hear a lot of them talk about cheese and it's how hard it is for them to give up cheese. So cashews is a good replacement for cheese. It's a process, of course, but it's definitely well worth it. You can use it as a cheese sauce, or you can just use it as strictly like a cheese for your macaroni and cheese, for your sandwiches. It's just different. It serves different purposes, and it'll last in the refrigerator for a good 10 days or so. 10 days or so. So cashews, you have to either soak them or put them in a pot, let them cook for 10 minutes, then rinse them, drain them, and then put them in a blender, and then just add your different seasonings and different things of that nature, and just come up with the perfect taste for it. But I guarantee you that's something that you definitely would like. So cashews is a good cheese replacement.
Yeah, also for it's funny that you say that about cheese, because I realized that a lot of people, I feel like, don't realize that there are also a lot of cheese substitutions also in the store already. Like when you talk about, they be like, it's so hard to change to or either like vegan because they missing out on cheese and all that. But it's also already vegan replacements in the stores. Like one I use a lot, and if you are a beginner or transitioning, starting off, you can use the Simply Truth plant-based mozzarella cheese, because that's good with, like, I use pizzas, spaghetti, and even if I just want to add it as a topping on top of something, whatever it might be, and it melts nice. It's not like some other cheese I be seeing. I know one complaint I hear people talking about is how the certain bad kinds that don't be melting right. This cheese melts right, so that's just something you have to check out.
Yeah, and the cashew cheese, you don't have to worry about how it's melt. It's going to do you right each and every time. And it's something that you have your eyes on that you're making. But for those who just coming into veganism, plant-based eating, that's definitely another choice for you to choose from as well.
But they gotta make sure you got a blender or a food processor if you're doing the cashews.
Yes, sir, definitely. And so now we're going to go on to number 6. Number 6, this is for people that need that ranch or want that ranch. A good way to substitute your ranch is vegan mayonnaise. There's plenty of vegan mayonnaise, and you can make your own homemade ranch dressing. And it's very simple. It's only a couple ingredients. It's done pretty quick. And if you season it right, if you put the right ingredients in it, I'm guarantee you will love it. So this is something that we use often. It's a vegan mayonnaise that we turn into our own homemade ranch dressing for our salads, for our fried mushrooms, or for anything that you're using ranch for.
Yeah, definitely is a nice little substitution for the regular. And also in the beginning, I was using one of the ranches I found in the stores was Simply Truth plant-based ranch dressing. It's usually Kroger. That's where I was getting mine from. But it's a good, nice little substitution. One of the main ingredients they use is onions and peppers. So definitely check that out if you are a beginner or just transitioning or just want to try something new that's more on the healthier side. So definitely.
Yes, sir, definitely. And now we're going to go on to number 7. Number 7 is for my tuna lovers, for all those who out there who say, well, I love tuna. I don't want to really give up tuna. Well, you don't have to. You can get you some chickpeas. And chickpeas make a great tuna. Now, I said something about chickpea flours earlier. This is not the chickpea flour. This is actual chickpea. It's like a little bean. You can use these to make your vegan plant-based tuna. And I guarantee you will like it. And then the thing about it is quick, it's fast, it don't take that long. You just have to make sure you soak your chickpeas overnight, or you can buy them in a can. Just depends on the person who's making it, how you want to do it. But chickpeas make a perfect tuna for all my people out there looking for a replacement for tuna.
Look, I know me, tuna, we don't go together, and tuna has never been good to me. But I will say, when I tried the vegan tuna, I was still able to eat it, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite to any measure. But I know that the vegan version is definitely better than the regular one, because the regular one tuna is just it tastes nasty. It tastes horrible. But the vegan tuna was actually It was okay. It was okay. Yeah, it was because if you don't already like tuna, then making a vegan version that tastes kind of dissimilar, don't add up. But that's just my take on the tuna.
Definitely. And so, like I said, chickpea is definitely a good tuna replacement. So we're gonna go on to number 8. Number 8, I love this, and this is for all my people who eat a lot of rice. We're gonna take that rice and we're gonna substitute the rice with quinoa. Quinoa is definitely a good rice substitution. It's good. It has so many good health benefits, especially protein, which people think you need a whole bunch of that, but that's a whole nother topic. But quinoa is definitely a good rice substitution. So if you're in the stores and you looking in the rice aisle, you might be able to run across some quinoa. And the instructions are really simple. They're on the back of it. It really doesn't take long. So like I said, it's real simple, and you can season it to whatever flavor you like.
Yeah, and my take on quinoa is I'm not taking any more, quinoa slander. When I tell people about quinoa, they always be like, "Oh, no, that's nasty." I'm like, have you ever even tasted it? Usually the answer is no. But even if you have, bro, usually it don't taste good because you don't either know how to season it or you don't have to put the right things into it or whatnot. Because quinoa is straight, it's good, and you can make it in so many different fashions. Just like rice, you got so many different types of rice. You can do the same thing with quinoa. People just don't know how to season it. So like the quinoa slander needs to stop. Just make sure you learn how to start putting the seasons in there, or even like cutting up the vegetables. You can do everything you do with rice with the quinoa. So like even like how they have it, the Chinese rice, they be having the little Thai chili sauce in there, and bro, it's good, bro. So and then not only that, it's more than one different types of quinoa. So don't forget it. Start respecting it.
Yeah, quinoa once again is a good rice substitution. And like if you ever in the store, just try it out. Even if you're not vegan, even if you ain't plant based, just try something different. Because I know that a lot of people eat the same things over and over again. So just try something different, and maybe you'll like it.
Oh yeah, that was one of the main things I was using to when I was going to the gym consistently. When I was doing meal prep, quinoa was one of the main things I was using to get my own protein and things of that nature.
Okay, so now we're gonna go on to number 9. Number 9 is the portobello mushroom. Now I use this for ground beef. You cut it up just like ground beef, real fine and stuff, and cook it in the skillet. You can use this for anything that you cook in ground beef for, whether it's spaghetti, whether it's what is the sloppy joes, just anything that you want to use your ground
Burritos,
beef for, burritos, tacos, any of that. So portobello mushroom is definitely a go-to for ground beef.
Yeah, and one I be using a substitution that I be using, and you can use if you beginning in the vegan world or even vegetarian, is Gardine's ground beef crumbles that you can get from like either Kroger, Publix, a lot of the places that cater to vegans or vegetarians. But just like he said, you can use it in all the different things, and it's one of my main things, one of my favorite things, is using it in spaghetti. And then I use the plant-based, Simply Truth plant-based mozzarella cheese, for cheese, and it's so good. It's way better than the regular spaghetti to me. And I don't be having the itis after eating. Usually eating any of the things that we just listed, I don't have the itis for real, or at all actually. Depending on if I go crazy and I eat a whole bunch, then it's a different story. But yeah, not really at all.
Okay, so portobello mushrooms definitely a go-to for your ground beef substitution. And I hope that you guys are paying attention, and I hope that even if you're not plant-based or vegan, once again, I hope you at least try one or two or all of these different options. At least one, though. Give yourself a chance to try something different, bring it to your home. Maybe your children, your wife, your husband, or someone would definitely like the substitution. And last but not least, number 10, we're going to go with the Spelt flour for your tortilla shells. Or you can make your own tortilla chips out of them as well. But you can definitely make your tortilla shells for your tacos or your burritos with Spelt flour. Spelt flour is definitely a good one for your own homemade tortilla shells or tortilla chips.
And why would you say people should use those over the regulars?
Well, because of the different health issues that many of us have and don't recognize that a lot of it is due to what we put in our bodies. So substituting some of the things that we eat on a normal basis can help our blood pressure. It can help our energy. It can just help so many different things once we learn. Like if you go through these different mushrooms that we talked about, you can learn all the different health benefits from eating mushrooms and the things that can just get you away from if you're on prescription medication and stuff like that. If you have headaches or like you said, if you have the itis after you finish eating, these things will keep you in a better health place moving forward. So just give them a chance and do your homework. Don't just take our word for it. Do your own homework, do your own research so you can learn about the different health benefits of each and every one of these substitutions as well.
Definitely. But when it comes to the spelt flour and the tortillas, I don't really have a different one substitution for that, but it definitely is still good because I've had the spelt flour version of that, and you can use it for all the different ones that he just explained, and it still tastes good. Once again, if you're gonna,
that was my fault. What I was gonna say, the spelt flour also you can use it for the base of your pizza.
oh okay,
Yeah, I think Maya did that once. I don't know if you knew that, but she made a pizza out of the actual flour. But yeah, you can make a pizza that could be your base of your pizza, and you can put all your toppings and things on top of the spelt flour. After you dough it up real good, put it in the oven, and make your pizza as well.
Okay, yeah. But when it comes to the spelt flour, isn't like some tortilla based stuff already vegan, or is some of it, is it still bad? Like the regular tortillas, still some of them got stuff in
No,
it.
because it's straight flour. It's no different than the garbanzo bean flour that make the egg.
No, I'm saying is the regular tortilla that you get from
Oh,
store.
some of them are, yeah. Some of them
okay.
are. Some of them are. They got a lot of different ingredients in them. So with the spelt flour, you don't have to worry about these 17 different ingredients
That you don't even know.
that you don't even know. You take this spelt flour, you dough it up, knead what they call it, knead it real good, and cook it to and you put your own seasoning in it. Just a couple of seasoning, sea salt, onion powder, and maybe a little cayenne pepper, and that's it. Well, and you can just put whatever you like, but that's the few things that I use, and it always come out real good for my burritos, for my tacos. So definitely, spelt flour is a definitely go to for your tortilla and tortilla chips.
Yeah, and I think there's two things I'm gonna say here, and one of the main reasons we even are suggesting these things to you is when you trying to start to get to thinking better or improving your life. First, you got to tackle what's the things that are affecting how you think, what's going through your head. Because like we just mentioned, a lot of these products, the regular products that you use, have chemicals in them that affect either your emotional or even how your brain works and how you function. And we don't even realize it because we don't even know, like he said, all these chemicals that's in the things that you read and you like maltodextrin certified or something like that, some random stuff that you don't even know. What you don't realize is those chemicals have effects on how you function. So in order for you to start to improve or even just start to have a better quality of life, you want to start to tackle these different things from how you eat or just what you interact with. And this is I think a main thing that's going to help with that. But also, now back to after going through this whole list, one of the main things you're going to have to do is learn how to season it. Figure out what you like. Think about the different foods that you tasted before and what it had on it, and realize and figure out how do you like your food and what seasonings do you mainly use, because that's going to be a main benefactor in this whole thing.
And not only that, you got to train your taste buds as well, because some of the things that you do like, some seasoning ain't good. So you got to be careful with that as well. You got to know how to replace some of your seasoning as well, because some of the seasoning out there ain't all that good. So I'm gonna tell you, just give you a few of them that you can start off with that can just really be the base of whatever you're cooking. Onion powder,
Garlic.
No, onion powder, oregano, basil, cayenne pepper, and sea salt. Those gonna be your base. Whatever you cooking out there, you can use these because all these things are good for your body. All these things, the sea salt, not the salt, regular salt with the woman with the umbrella on it. That didn't kill more people than it ain't that. It's not good, but just your sea salt. The sea salt, onion powder, oregano, basil, and cayenne pepper. All those seasonings are really good for your body. So you can start with that base right there.
Hey, I'll be using garlic powder too. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, like he said, that's definitely something you should get into and make sure you take your time out to figure that out.
And study.
But
study. Learn about the body. Learn about how things affect the body. Like he was saying, a lot of the foods, how they affect you mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. They definitely, over a period of time, start to affect you in certain ways, and you don't even understand that it's coming from the things that you put in your body. So understand the body, how it works, and how different things affects the body.
Yeah, and a better you is better for everybody. So if you love anybody in this world, then you taking care of yourself is beneficial not only for you but for them too. So if you are a parent or something, you think that this don't really matter that much. I'm just here to make sure my kid's straight, and if that's cool. Yeah. Look, this is also going to affect them too. You being okay is also important in their lives too. So just keep that in mind.
Definitely. So I hope you guys like all the information. I hope you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're looking forward to answering any question that you may have out there. So with that being said, I love all of y'all, and I hope that you all join us on this journey, on this thing that we call life.
Out.
Peace and love.